Welcome back, everybody, as you are looking live here at West Virginia State University, home of the Big House, as we are getting set for Lincoln County and Gilmer County in boys basketball action. Chris Kidd here with you, alongside me Butch Mounts, our engineer, as it is 11-6 Lincoln County set to take on Gilmer County at 8-9. These two teams coming in here trying to get their season back on track. In Gilmer County averaging 52 points per game, Lincoln County 56 points per game, while Gilmer County giving up 58 points per game, Lincoln County giving up 51 points per game. It's just a Gilmer County team that beat Richwood 54-43 on Saturday, while Lincoln County beat Buffalo 58-55 in overtime last Thursday in their most recent games. And Gilmer County 3-2 in their last 5, while Lincoln County has lost 3 of their last 5, but they've been without Jace Tolley for an extended stretch here, as Tolley, their starting point guard, been out of action, who is averaging 15.6 points per game. And Lincoln County, who was ranked in the top 10 in Class AA for a while at the start of this season, has since fallen out, but trying to get back in order here in time for tournament play, as a spinning layup no good at the rim, but a foul called on the play. That'll send Lincoln County to the free throw line, as Will Carpenter will try and get things going here early on for the Panthers. This Carpenter, a 6-foot junior, averages 9.8 points per game, along with 5.5 rebounds per game. He's unable to hit on the first. You can see a large contingent of Lincoln County students here as well. A second free throw good. So I'm guessing the absence list at Lincoln County today is going to look a little bit longer than what maybe it normally is, but nice to see a lot of people coming out to support here on this early Tuesday morning contest between these two schools, as Carpenter hits 1 of 2, and now a steal as pass by Lipscomb was taken away. Now up ahead, they get it to Cameron Watts, who lays it in on the right side. And Watts, who only averages 2.1 points per game, gets his first 2 here. And again, we take a look at Tolley over on the bench, again with his right hand in a cast, and now a steal taken away again by the Panthers. Layup on the right side goes for Isaiah Kuntz. Kuntz, a 5'9 freshman, averages 6.2 points per game, and the Panthers out to a quick 5-0 lead. Now Lipscomb will drive in, puts up a tough floater, and he gets it to fall on the right side as the Titans get on the board for the first time at 5-2. It's 6:35 left here in the first quarter. Lincoln County coached by Rodney Plumley. Again, they're usually a quick up and down, fast-paced ball club. It's Kuntz in the left corner, kicks it out. 3 on the way, short that time by Blankenship. Rebounded underneath, taken back at free throw line. Jumper on the way, and count it for Isaiah Kuntz. Again, the lefty's got 4 quick points. And the Panthers, as we said, like to get up and down typically, and thus far they have gotten that pace going here against Gilmer County. Pass inside, knocked away, triple team underneath. They get it back out into the corner. 3 on the way, no good that time by Ian Hamrick, and now we got a whistle and a foul underneath. And this is going to go against Carpenter on the hack, and that'll send Gilmer County to the free throw line. As you get a look at it here on our Video Productions instant replay. Again, good strong rebound underneath. Putback was no good that time by Brady Fitwater, but he goes to the line as he misses on the first attempt. It's Fitwater's second free throw up, and he gets it to the rim around and fall home. So 7-3 in favor of Lincoln County. 2 minutes gone here in the opening quarter, as Kuntz will cross the timeline with it. Gets it over to Blankenship on the right side. Blankenship dribbles in, cut off, now swings it over for Phillips. Now back over to Blankenship. Big man for 3, short on this one. Again, he's got the range from out there to hit that shot. So don't be surprised to see Blankenship take a few more as the afternoon goes along. As Lipscomb on the right wing, gets it out to Fitwater. Now back out. Now to Hamrick in the right corner. So Lipscomb will reset at the top of the key. 7-3 in favor of the Lincoln County Panthers. Now back over left side, 3 on the way. Short no good that time by Jagger Fuhrer, and rebound comes down to the Panthers as Cameron Watts into the front court. Will set up in front of Hamrick. And get it over, and pass stolen away by Lipscomb. Lipscomb in a foot race, tries to get by, and nice defense, and we're going to get a tie-up. Great job by Watts that time. I thought for a second they were going to say maybe it was foul instead, but it did look like he got his hand on the ball, and that's exactly what the officials saw. So great job that time by Watts to prevent the layup, as it'll stay with Gilmer County with 5:01 left in the first. They inbound it to Hamrick. Tough inside pass trying to find Fitwater and stolen away. Into the front court they come. Kick it over for Watts. He'll drive in. Floater on the way. No good. Rebound tipped out long. Still loose. Taken back by Watts. Nice no-look pass to Blankenship underneath. He couldn't get it to fall, and taken underneath by Lipscomb. He'll race into the open court. Drives in left side. Puts up a tough left-hander. No good. Rebound knocked around. Taken back by Lincoln County as Carpenter works it up ahead. Finds Blankenship. Nice ball fake. Goes up on the left side, and John Blankenship with his first two of the game, and that's going to draw a timeout by Gilmer County. With 4:28 left in the first quarter, it's a full timeout, so we'll step aside as well as you're watching the Little General Shootout right here on Video Productions.
Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
Yes, a word exists for confidently navigating the day-to-day, and it's Westfield. It means you come first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, always. It means protection turned on full blast, and so much care and courtesy, it's contagious. Westfield is a word that's also a company, one made out of people and promises kept. It's a word that still feels like insurance, but more like home, mixed with vacation, with some sunshine on top.
Quick start for the Lincoln County Panthers as they jumped out to a 9-3 lead on the Gilmer County Titans. Chris Kidd here with you with Butch Mounts, our engineer, as we are nearly midway through the first quarter of play, and Lincoln County has gotten into their up and down pace already, and Gilmer County needing to call a timeout to stop the bleeding, as Lipscomb will bring it up the floor. He'll penetrate over to his left side, trying to get in on Carpenter. Now he'll kick it back out front as Fitwater able to take it all the way to the rack that time, as the big man showing he can put it on the floor as well as he gets in for two. So he's got 3 of the 5 points for Gilmer County, and the lead down to 4. Kuntz takes it with the left hand inside the paint, had it ripped away, and they're going to get him for a travel. So he picked up that pivot foot, and that'll give it back over to the Titans, trailing by 4. So they look to overcome that quick start by the Panthers. Lipscomb will bring it across the timeline over to Fitwater. He's double teamed, cross court pass, finds Fuhrer. Fuhrer back up top for Lipscomb, now back to Fuhrer. They play catch up top over to Fitwater, but knocked away by Carpenter and out of bounds. So it'll stay with Gilmer County as they'll inbound in front of the Lincoln County bench. Fitwater gets it back, drives left baseline, puts up a floater, in and out, no good. That ball got halfway down and popped out. Now here comes Kuntz, 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. So he'll dribble around at midcourt in front of Lipscomb, almost traveled with it again, but finds Blankenship. Blankenship, nice pass, good kick out, 3 on the way, count it. Great ball movement there by Lincoln County as Scooter Phillips, the 6-foot junior, averages nearly 5 points per game and almost 4 rebounds per game, and he knocks down a wide open 3. That was great give and go action there by the Panthers as they have taken now a 12-5 lead. Lipscomb's pass tipped, knocked away, fought for, Watts trying to get it and does so. Gets it over to Phillips. Phillips in the right corner. Goes down low to Blankenship. No one there on him, and he'll take it right to the rack and lay it in. John Blankenship, the 6'5 junior, averaging 13.9 points per game, 5.2 rebounds per game, and nearly 2 steals a game. Kicks up his 4th point, but there's Fitwater right back on the other end with a layup. He's got 5 points now. 14-7 in favor of Lincoln County. 2:22 to go here in the first quarter. Kuntz gets it over to Blankenship. Blankenship looking down low, instead goes to Phillips in the right corner. Now back up top for Watts. Watts drives in on Hamrick, kicks it out. Blankenship on the left wing now. Into the corner for Kuntz, back out to Blankenship. Thought about a 3, instead steps in, throws it into the corner, and just touched the sideline as it looked like the pass from Blankenship got tipped on the way out, and it threw off Phillips a little bit as he couldn't control it on the near side. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Gilmer County, despite being outplayed through most of this quarter, only trailing by 7 at the moment as Hamrick, big three on the way if it goes, and he gets it to fall. Ian Hamrick with his first bucket of the game, and the lead now down to 4. So despite the pace and the play working in Lincoln County's favor, Gilmer County's still hanging around right now, only trailing it by 4. It's Blankenship over to Kuntz on the right side. Kuntz tried to bounce pass, but knocked away by Fitwater. Bodies hit the deck, and Lipscomb comes up with it. Lipscomb 1-on-2, penetrates in, kicks it out. Fitwater, 3 from the corner, no good. Wrong rebound, though, that comes out to Lipscomb. Now to Furr. He'll go for 3. It's off the mark. Fitwater tries to chase after it, but out of bounds. It'll go back over to Lincoln County. So we take a look here on our Little General instant replay. In the pass into the corner where Hamrick got a good look and able to bury that 3 to cut it to a 4-point deficit. As Jackson Sanders, a 6-foot sophomore, into the game for Lincoln County. Also into the game is Joe Whitten, a 6'2 sophomore for the Panthers. Out front, Sanders dribbles in, and they get him for a travel. The ball goes back over to Gilmer County, trailing 14-10. It's also into the game for Gilmer County is Andrew Leah. So we're down to 52 seconds left in the opening quarter. 4-point lead for the Panthers. They get it over to Leah. Looking for help as he gets between the double team. Now to Lipscomb. Back to Leah, gets a good look. Ball fakes on Sanders. Now they swing it around. Tried to find Fitwater in the corner, but good hands that time by Whitten to deflect it out of bounds. They'll inbound it to Lipscomb. Now back to Fitwater. Left alone. He'll step inside the arc. Jumper off the mark. Too strong. Rebound comes down to Sanders. Under 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Now they get it to Carpenter. Back out front to Whitten. Lincoln County, let's see if they choose to run this down or not. They have the possession arrow as well to start the second quarter at the moment. Out front for Kuntz with under 15 seconds. Kuntz to his right. Now gives it off to Whitten. Down to 8 seconds. Whitten picks up his dribble. Looks for Kuntz for 5 seconds. Kuntz back up top. Carpenter takes a straight on 3. No good. Won't bank in as Fitwater gets the rebound. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play as Lincoln County leads it 14-10 over Gilmer County. Back in 60 seconds as you're watching the Little General Shootout with us right here live on Video Productions.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
Start of quarter number 2 here from West Virginia State University. Chris Kidd with you. Alongside me, Butch Mounts, our engineer, as we are ready to go back to action with Lincoln County holding a 4-point lead at 14-10. It'll be Watts at the point. Gets it over to Blankenship. The starting 5 back on the floor here for Lincoln County. Get it over to Carpenter. Now over to Watts. He'll swing it over to Blankenship. He'll take a 3. No good off the front iron. Rebound by Lipscomb. Lipscomb's been everywhere here in this first half for Gilmer County as the little man's been in on all sorts of rebounds, been able to lead the break. He's a very quick, wiry ball player. So he swings it over quick for Fuhrer. Now over to Leah, now back out front. So working around the perimeter. Fuhrer steps out with it, now back right side. They get it into the corner. Now they try to fit it down low to Fitwater. And See if they've got a foul here on the baseline. And it does appear they did, and that's going to be on Carpenter. That's going to be number 2 on him. And that's going to quickly get Joe Witten off the bench and check in for him. Carpenter very active on both ends, but now we'll see how long he sits with those 2 fouls. He picks it up just 45 seconds into the second quarter as Lipscomb's 3 off the mark. Rebound comes down to Phillips. He'll get up ahead to Witten. Now back over to Phillips. As he gets it into the corner. Kuntz, he'll go for 3. No good off the front iron. Rebound, though, by Phillips underneath. Gets it out to Witten. He'll swing it back to the top of the key for Blankenship as they'll reset. Blankenship drives by Fittwater, gets inside the paint, puts up the floater, no good off the back iron. Rebound fought for underneath. Fittwater trying to corral it and finally does for Gilmer County. Outlet pass up ahead. Driving in is Nicholas. His layup attempt no good, and rebound taken back by Kuntz. No scoring yet here in the second quarter. Kuntz, nice ball fake. Tried to fit a pass over to Blankenship, but knocked away and over into the Gilmer County bench. It looked like Kuntz had the shot that time, but tried to get it over to Blankenship for a better look. And good hands on the defensive end as Ian Hamrick will check back in. And that'll send Zach Nicholas back to the bench. As Witten has it at the top of the key. Gets it over to Blankenship. Blankenship looking, able to find Kuntz. So he'll find Watts curling off a screen for 3. No good off the back iron and rebounded by Fuhr underneath as he and Witten fighting, trying to get the loose ball. Now up ahead to Fittwater. He'll drive in left side, puts up the one-hander, no good. Big man gets it back. He's going to be tied up, however. Possession arrow will stay with Gilmer County, though. So good job, able to get the tie up there on Fittwater. Again, he's got such a size advantage down low. So he's able to get that back. He's likely going to have a 2 to 3 footer in order to cut it to a 2-point game, as Blankenship will check out here momentarily as Sanders goes back into the game. They inbound it to Lipscomb, up top for Hamrick. 6 minutes to go in the first half. 14-10, Lincoln County leads it as the pace has started to slow here more and more, as it was 14-5. Now Leah for 3, no good off the backboard. Long rebound comes back. He gets his own rebound back. It was 14-5 with a couple minutes left in the first quarter, and ever since then Lincoln County hasn't scored, and Gilmer County slowly picked up the last 5 points. Fuhr looks back inside for Hamrick, now back out for Fittwater. He'll lob it cross court for Lipscomb. Now to Leah, bounce pass down low. Back into the corner and off the hands of Leah and out of bounds. Good defense there by the Panthers. And now we get substitution coming in. Leah will go to the bench. So it'll be Zach Nicholas back into the game for the Titans. Down to 5:22 left in the first half. 14-10 Lincoln County. They get it over to Sanders. Sanders on the left wing gets it over to Phillips. Phillips picks up his dribble. Now gives it to Sanders. And Gilmer County doing a good job getting back in transition now. They haven't given up any easy baskets to Lincoln County since about the midway point of the first quarter. There's Witten, good look, but can't finish. Gets his own rebound back. Goes up again, and this time he'll bank it in. So Joe Witten with his first bucket of the game and ends the drought for Lincoln County that had gone over 5 minutes. I get it to Hamrick on the left wing. Cross-court pass for Fuhr. Fuhr back over the other side for Fittwater. He'll drive in, puts it up, no good over the rim. Rebounded on the weak side by Phillips as he finds Sanders. Now up ahead, up to Watts. He drives in, nice Euro step and able to get into the paint. And Cameron Watts with 4 points for the contest. It's 18-10 in favor of Lincoln County. Hamrick goes down low to Fittwater. Turnaround jumper, no good. So he's had his trouble from the field thus far here in the first half. Here comes the Panthers over on the left side. Watts drives in baseline and going to get a blocking foul on Fittwater. There's neither team close to the penalty right now. It's just been a quick moving first half. Lee will check back in, and Fittwater will go to the bench for a breather. He's been in from the get-go. And that's only 2 team fouls against both. So they get it in. for Watts. Now back out front for Sanders. We fall under the midway point of the second quarter. Sanders fits it over right side for Watts. Now back out to Witten. He'll swing it to Sanders on the left wing. Finds a crease on the baseline. Goes in, rejected underneath, though, by Nicholas. He came out of nowhere. Now almost a steal by Kuntz in the backcourt, but Lipscomb able to keep the dribble alive. He'll get it over right side. Driving in is Nicholas, trying to fight his way along the baseline. Kicks it out to Hamrick. Now to Lee. Corner three on the way, and count it for Andrew Lee. And such a good swish. Going to have to get the net back in order as Lipscomb will come back the other end and fix things. But Gilmer County needed that. After Lincoln County had extended the lead back to 8, and now Blankenship will re-enter the fray as Scooter Phillips will go to get a breather. Again, this Lincoln County club in that nightmare section right now with Chapmanville, Logan, Scott, Mann, Mingo Central, and them. At one point this year, you had all 6 teams in that section in the top 12 in the state as Blankenship misses on the turnaround. Rebound taken away by Gilmer County. But it's just been absolutely incredible to see the talent that's in that section as Lee hits again from 3. Back-to-back for Andrew Lee. So it's 18-16 now. Gilmer County as close as they've been since the start of this contest. 2:47 to go right now in the first half. As Witten on the left wing. Gets it over to Blankenship on the right side. He'll lob it back over for Watts. He'll take the 3 on the way. No good. Rebounded by Fittwater underneath. So Gilmer County trailed it by 8 just a moment ago. Trailed by as much as 9 here in the first half. Has a chance to tie or take the lead here. Lipscomb back to the hot hand. Lee goes for the lead. No good this time. Rebound comes out to Kuntz. Lobs it up ahead. Watts in a foot race with Lipscomb. Gets by him. Layup rolls off. No good. Blankenship keeps it alive for Witten. Back to Blankenship. Nice dish to Watts, and he'll finish on the right side for 2. Good ball movement again there by the Panthers as Blankenship able to find Watts cutting to the rim, and the lead back up to 4 with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Lipscomb finds Hamrick. Back up top for Lipscomb. As he'll dribble around, looking, finds Hamrick again on the right side. He steps inside the arc, puts up a line drive, no good, and rebounded by Blankenship. So he'll work it up to Sanders. 1:40 to go in the first half. Sanders tells everyone to clear out and settle things down here as they get into their offense. They get it back to Blankenship on the left wing. Looks inside, finds Watts again, cutting to the basket. Back-to-back times these two have hooked up, and Blankenship with the good court vision able to find Watts. As Watts, we said, only averaging 2.1 points per game on the year. He's got 8 here in the first half. 22-16 now in favor of Lincoln County as they get it back to Hamrick. He'll go for 3, over the rim, no good, and rebounded by Witten. So just as quick as Gilmer County cut this down to 2, Lincoln County trying to build it back to 8 or possibly 9 on this trip. Nice give and go. Once again, it's Blankenship to Watts. That combination is lethal right now. 3 straight times they've hooked up, and that gives the Panthers back an 8-point lead with 54.4 seconds left in the first half. So we'll keep things here on a 30-second timeout. As we take a look at it here on our Video Productions Instant Replay, there's the great wraparound pass from Blankenship to Watts for the second time they hooked up, and then just again a moment ago for the easy deuce. And now Gilmer County trying to settle things down as we head towards halftime. Again, stay with us. Coming up next here on Video Productions, we'll head back to girls basketball action as it'll be AAA Spring Valley against AAA Parkersburg coming your way at approximately 1 p.m. Then it'll be the Spring Valley boys and the Parkersburg boys at 2:30, followed by the Morgantown girls and South Charleston girls at 4 o'clock, the Wyoming East and Huntington girls at 5:30 p.m., the Wyoming East and Huntington boys at 7:15, and the George Washington girls and Winfield girls at 8:45 p.m. So we have a whole slew of high school boys and girls basketball action coming your way here today on Video Productions. And then don't forget as well, we'll be heading over to Polka after the 4 o'clock game today as Logan getting set to take on the Polka Dots in boys basketball action in that top 5 battle between those two schools, as I'll be there with you for that ball game as well. But we will still have video recording of all the action going on here from West Virginia State as that goes on. As Lipscomb tries to split the defense, gets it out to Fuhrer as Gilmer County trying to hold for one here. Lincoln County trying to disallow that as they're pressuring all over the court. Lipscomb tries to spin away and does from Sanders. Drives in, up and under. What a move by Lipscomb as he gets all the way to the 10. Down to 8 seconds to go in the half. Quickly ahead, Watts comes, falls down, gets it to Sanders, though. He'll go for 3, buries it at the horn. 10 the first half of action. Lincoln County will go into the half, matching their largest lead of the first half as they lead at 27-18 over the Titans here from West Virginia State University. Well, we'll step aside for break, and when we come back, we'll recap the first half of action and get you set for the start of quarter number 3 here from West Virginia State University as you are watching the Little General Shootout with us right here live on Video Productions.
Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Yes, a word exists for confidently navigating the day-to-day, and it's Westfield. It means you come first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, always. It means protection turned on full blast, and so much care and courtesy, it's contagious. Westfield is a word that's also a company, one made out of people and promises kept. It's a word that still feels like insurance, but more like home, mixed with vacation, with some sunshine on top.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
Farmer Climate Campbell, we pride ourselves on providing classic service.
You get a firm that's concerned about you, your family, as well as the legal process.
We combine the newest technology and digital tools
with our 35 years of experience
to help you get more than the insurance company wants to offer.
Traditional service,
contemporary techniques.
It'll never go out of style.
Call 346-5990.
Steve, is that your car?
No, it's a rental.
Back to action here to start the second half. Chris Kidd here with you with Butch Mounts, our engineer, as driving in and finishing at the rim is Brady Fitwater as he picks up his 7th point of the game. So Gilmer County going to try and cut into this lead. Again, it's its largest it was at the half at 9 points. Blankenship answers back on the other end, and now it is the largest lead of the game for Lincoln County. It's Blankenship with 7 points now in the contest. And it was Cameron Watts that led the way in the first half with 10 points for the Panthers. And now a steal. Blankenship gets into the middle, pass deflected away and taken away by Fuhrer. He'll get it up ahead to Lipscomb. Tough left-handed layup. Can't get the range on it to fall. And now a loose ball underneath will be out of bounds. And last touch by the Titans. As we hit 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, it's a 30-20 lead for Lincoln County. As Watts will bring it across midcourt. Gets it over for Carpenter. Carpenter back up top for Phillips. Tries to lob it inside. Blankenship looked like he was being held that time. And that will be the call. They're going to get that on Lipscomb. That'll be the first on him. Again, neither team really in foul trouble except for Will Carpenter. He had 2 fouls early on, but there is Carpenter on the layup. He's got 3 points now for the game, and Carpenter picked up both fouls committed by Lincoln County in the first half, only 2 as well against Gilmer County. Now Fitwater gives it over to Hamrick. Now back to Fitwater on the right baseline. Drives in strong, can't finish. Rebounded though by Nicholas. He'll go back up with it, and Zach Nicholas with his first 2 of the game. Gilmer County coming in at 8-9 on the season. Lincoln County at 11-6. Both teams winning their last contest coming in. Lincoln County getting theirs in overtime against Buffalo, 58-55. He's driving baseline and now whistling a foul. Looks like it'll go against Hamrick this time. And Gilmer County beating Richwood 54-43 in their last contest. Andrew Lee will check back into the game for Gilmer County. Coombs looks to inbound it. Gets it in for Watts. Now to Blankenship. Blankenship pivots, turns baseline, and he's fouled on the way up. So that'll send him to the free throw line. And Blankenship done a tremendous job since he checked out in the second quarter for a little bit and had a talk with Rodney Plumley as he's come back in and distributed the ball very well and looked for his shot whenever he's had it, and he buried his first attempt, including that three-pointer he hit here at the start of the third quarter. He's got 8 points now for the game. Second free throw up. This one rattles in and out, and we get a whistle, and could be a lane violation here. And it will be one against Gilmer County. Fascinating. Seemed like Blankenship was looking over at Lee or Fitwater before he shot that free throw and said something, and maybe he knew that they were standing on the line already. But the second free throw rims off, taken away by Gilmer County. They trail it by 11. Lee, he got caught in the first half from 3, and he hits a 3 here. So they bring him immediately back into the game, hoping that they'll get some offensive production out of him, and they do so right away. So 33-25 now in favor of Lincoln County. Did get up by as much as 13 just a moment ago. Driving in as Carpenter. He's cut off, kicks it back into the corner. Phillips for 3, and he's able to connect. And now we get a whistle and a foul right after the shot was made. It looks like we're going to stay here as they're going to get Lipscomb, it looks like, on a hold, so the possession will go back over here to Lincoln County. That's second of this half already on Lipscomb. So a chance here for maybe a 5 or 6 point trip for the Panthers if they can convert, as Coons gets it out to Blankenship. Gets a good look for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Rebounded underneath by Nicholas. Now here's Lipscomb. Looks up ahead, finds Fitwater. Back up top for Lipscomb. Now back to Fitwater. On the right wing. Looks underneath and can't find Nicholas. It's good defense by Phillips as the pass goes out of bounds. So get it into Phillips in the backcourt. He'll bring it across the timeline as Lincoln County leading it by 11. Driving towards the right side. Phillips gets underneath, kicks it out. Carpenter, he'll go for a corner three, no good. Blankenship there on the putback. Took a lot of contact too as he put that back in, but Blankenship came flying in from nowhere to put that back in for his 10th point. 38-25 now. Gilmer County in danger territory. As Nicholas puts up the short-range jumper and he gets it to fall. Right now Gilmer County struggling to keep up, but they're within 11 as we approach the midway point of the third quarter. Phillips goes for three left side, and Lincoln County raining it in from everywhere right now here in the second half, and that's going to draw a timeout by the Titans with 4:01 left in the third. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll step aside as well. Back after this as you are watching the Little General Shootout with us right here on Video Productions.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them.
41-27, Lincoln County leading Gilmer County here midway through the third quarter. Chris Kidd here with you with Butch Mounts, our engineer. We are in game number 3 of 9 slated for today. Here from West Virginia State University at the Big House. Out front is Lipscomb. Picks up his dribble. Now he needs help. Finds Fitwater. He'll go over to Nicholas. He's hit a couple buckets here in the third quarter. Fitwater back to Lee. Lee penetrates in, tries to spin it in on the right side, but can't get the roll. Rebound comes down to Carpenter. Carpenter up the middle of the floor. Over to Watts. Watts dribbles in. He's cut off, but gets contact on the way to the basket. And if this Lipscomb, that's going to be 3 on him, and it is. So he's picked up all 3 of his here in the third quarter. And after we had a half where we didn't have many fouls at all, there's 5 team fouls against Gilmer County, none against Lincoln County thus far here in the third. As inside they go to Watts. Watts goes in, kicks it over into the corner. There's Carpenter, rims in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Fitwater. It's Gilmer County needing a spark here. They got it down as close as 2 late in the third quarter, but a late run by Lincoln County pushed it to 9 at the half. And now the lead has swelled to 14. Lipscomb over to Hamrick. Now baseline for Fitwater. Jumper on the way, and Fitwater able to hit. He's got 9 points now for the game. 2:43 to go in the third quarter. 12-point lead for the Panthers. It's Kuntz. Nice inside look and finds Carpenter. And that left hand, nice bounce pass inside, and Carpenter now has 5 points for the game. Lipscomb, nice stutter step, gets inside, count it, and the foul for Josh Lipscomb. Great stutter step that time by Lipscomb, able to get the defender frozen and got all the way to the basket as he's got 6 points, his first bucket of the second half. As we take a look at it here on our Little General instant replay, you can see there the stutter step, able to freeze the defense just enough in order to get inside as he converts the free throw as well. And a much-needed three-point play by the Titans cuts the lead back down to 11. 43-32 as Kuntz gets it over to Phillips. Now back out to Kuntz. Back to Phillips as they play catch out front. Now Lipscomb gets over on him as Kuntz and Phillips continue to go back and forth. Now they go to Carpenter, over to Blankenship, 3 from the wing, and Carpenter able to find Blankenship for another 3, his second of the half. He's got 9 points this quarter and 13 for the game. Fitwater gives it off to Hamrick. Carpenter falls down. They go back down inside to Fitwater. He tries to go up and under, and he'll draw the contact on Blankenship and go to the free throw line. So 1:42 to go here in the third quarter. Fitwater back at the line for the second time today as he split his free throws back in the first quarter. And his first one up, and he gets it to fall. And you look in the first half of action, Gilmer County shooting 29.2%, Lincoln County shooting 46.2%. Turnover battle, Gilmer County turned it over 5 times, as did Lincoln County, as Fitwater hits both free throws. He's now into double figures with 11 points. Rebounding, Lincoln County with a 17-14 edge overall in the contest. Now they get it over Phillips. He'll go for 3 this time, over the rim, no good. Rebounded by Fitwater, up head to Lipscomb. Lipscomb can't find the opening on the right side. Double team now to Hamrick, now to Fitwater. Had it knocked away nicely by Phillips inside and out of bounds. So we'll stay here. Gilmer County with the ball as Lee will inbound it. Gilmer County needing a little bit of a spurt here to try and get this below 10 by the end of the quarter, as they try to inbound it into the corner for Fitwater, but there's Phillips with his active hands once again. We've seen him several times this afternoon, able to deflect balls, come up with some steals as Lee now inbounds from the other side of the basket. Looks into that corner. This time he does get it into Fitwater. Finds Hamrick, now over to Lee. Lee gets a 3 up and banks it in off the side. And you looked at him after he hit that, he just put up the hands like Michael Jordan in the NBA Finals, like, well, okay. I didn't expect that to go in, but we'll take it. So the lead down to 9 now as we approach minute 5 to go here in the third quarter, as Andrew Lee has hit 4 3-pointers for the game, has 12 points. Now Phillips, top of the key, 55 seconds, over to Sanders, who's checked in. He hit a big 3 at the end of the first half. Now to Blankenship. He'll get it over for Kuntz, gets the step inside, can't finish, but fouled on the play. End up getting that foul on Zach Nicholas. That'll be number 3 on him. Kuntz, who had 4 points in the first half. The lefty goes to the free throw line for the first time and able to hit. And despite the barrage from the outside by Lincoln County here in the third quarter, Gilmer County only being outscored by a point thus far in this period, as they picked up a couple big threes of their own from Andrew Lee. Kuntz' second free throw finds its way home as well. Lead back up to 11. 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter as Lipscomb will pull it back out. Gilmer County also has possession arrow right now. We'll get the ball to start quarter number 4, and Gilmer County going to run this down and try and take the last shot. Looks as if Lincoln County's okay with it at the moment. Rodney Plumley now up off his chair and now springs on the trap, but Lipscomb waited on it, puts up the floater and airballs it. Rebounded by Sanders with 15 seconds to go in the third. Gets that to Kuntz. Kuntz with 12 seconds. Gets into the middle, and Lipscomb picks up foul number 4. And that'll put Lincoln County in the 1-and-1 as well. And Josh Lipscomb has picked up all 4 of his fouls here in the third quarter of play, and he will check out now as Nicholas checks into the game. Kuntz will try and rebuild now. 13-point lead that they held a moment ago. As the 1-and-1 free throw up and good. Now Kuntz, who has 7 points for the game, second free throw good as well, and the lead is swelled back to 13. Final 8 seconds of the third quarter. Fuhrer with 5 seconds. Tough pass to Fitwater, now to Nicholas. 3 at the horn, no good. And that'll do it for the third quarter of play as Lincoln County extends their lead from 9 to 13 as we head to the final 8 minutes of play. We're back after this as you are watching the Little General Shootout with us right here on Video Productions.
Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
Yes, a word exists for confidently navigating the day-to-day, and it's Westfield. It means you come first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, always. It means protection turned on full blast, and so much care and courtesy, it's contagious. Westfield is a word that's also a company, one made out of people and promises kept. It's a word that still feels like insurance, but more like home, mixed with vacation, with some sunshine on top.
Start of quarter number 4 here from West Virginia State University from the Little General Shootout. Chris Kidd with you. Butch Mounts, our engineer, as we are in day 2 of the action here from West Virginia State University, and it's an all-day affair both yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Tomorrow a little bit later start, as they'll get started at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, but both days started at 8 a.m. as we got going this morning with the with the Hurricane boys against the Philip Barber boys, with Hurricane winning that 75-65. Then you ended up with game number 2, the Gilmer County girls defeating the Lincoln County girls 58-45, and now the Lincoln County boys looking to avenge their girls team's loss as they lead it by 13 at the start of quarter number 4. Gilmer with the ball to start the period as Lee, who has 4 3-pointers in this game, gets it to Hamrick. Now they find Fitwater, goes back door to Nicholas, coming to the basket, counted, and the foul as they draw it on Carpenter for his 3rd foul, and a much-needed bucket there for the Titans. And a chance to get this back down to 10 as Nicholas has 6 points, all of them here in the second half, and here just a nice give and go as the double team came out on Fitwater, and Nicholas able to convert at the rim, but unable to convert on the free throw as rebound went through Fitwater's hands. Now up ahead, Kuntz gets behind everyone, looks into the corner now, gets it over, 3 on the way, and count it for Cameron Watts. That is the 5th 3-pointer of the second half for Lincoln County and the 7th 3-pointer of the game. 53-39 as Lee drives in, wild shot along the baseline off the top of the backboard. Rebound comes down to Phillips. Phillips over to Carpenter, drives in right side, cut off, lost the ball, but it was knocked away by Gilmer County, so it'll stay with the Panthers. As you see here, Kuntz, great find to Watts in the corner. And Watts, as we said, only averaging about 2 points per game on the year, has 13 now here today. They get it back over for Kuntz. Now to Phillips. He'll take a 3, short on this one. Long rebound comes out to Fuhrer. Fuhrer up the middle of the floor, gives it over to Fitwater on the right wing. Gets it into the corner, driving in as Nicholas. Tough shot as he was adjusted by Carpenter on that and couldn't get it to fall. Now Blankenship gives it over to Carpenter in the left corner. Carpenter back out front for Blankenship. Pass inside, knocked away by Fitwater, but Carpenter able to save it. As Coach Plumley calls out the play from the sideline, Blankenship backs up, gives it over to Carpenter. 6:25 to go here in the 4th quarter. Now Phillips looks cross court, finds Watts. Can he do it again? Yes, he can. Cameron Watts having the game of his season right now with 16 points. And he has built up the largest lead of the game now for the Panthers at 56-39 as Fitwater able to answer back as he buries a 3. He's now got 14 points for the game as he knocks down his first 3. 56-42 Lincoln County. 5:55 remaining in the contest as Phillips finds Carpenter, lobs it down low for Blankenship. Blankenship against Fitwater, dribbles back out and gives it to Carpenter to reset. So he'll get it over left side. Now they look down low for Watts. Watts pump fakes, goes in on Lee, can't get the jump hook to go, and rebounded by Fitwater. He'll push up the right side, gets it into the corner. Hamrick gets Blankenship in the air, spins in, out to Fitwater, drives into the middle, layup no good, and we get a late whistle and a blocking foul called on Phillips. And that'll send Fitwater to the line as you take a look here at Watts, his second 3 of this quarter. Able to build the lead to 17 at that point, now stands at 14. And you see the answer back here by Fitwater on the other end as he buried his 3 to cut it to 14. Now he goes to the line to shoot a pair, and Fittwater able to hit the first. So he's now got 15 for the contest. Second free throw up and good. Now 5 of 6 from the free throw line as well as the big man. 56-44 is Lincoln County trying to hold off Gilmer County. Gilmer trying to put together another run. Underneath Carpenter, baseline jumper is there. Carpenter with 7 points now for the game, and every time Gilmer County's gotten a little bit close, Lincoln County's been able to extend that lead back out. Now we got a whistle and a foul on Isaiah Kuntz. That'll be his first. That is team foul number 4 now against the Panthers. 17 fouls against Gilmer County. Lipscomb looking to get it in, finds Fuhrer. He cuts in, dishes it off underneath. Ball knocked loose, but Nicholas gets it back. His pass intercepted by Kuntz. Had it knocked away by Fittwater, but out of bounds. It'll go back over to the Panthers, leading at 58-44 with 4:58 remaining in the fourth quarter. Again, we've got the defending AAA girls state champions, the Parkersburg Big Reds, coming up next. They take on Spring Valley. That'll be a fun little rivalry game coming up next. As underneath they go to Carpenter. Nice little hook on the baseline, and Carpenter with 9 points, 8 of those coming here in the second half. 60-44 in favor of the Panthers. As Lipscomb over on the right wing. Picked up four of his fouls in the third quarter alone. As Fittwater puts up a tough runner, no good. Rebounded by Blankenship, outlet for Watts. Watts chases it down, layup, rolls off, no good, as those two almost hooked up yet again. Now here comes Lipscomb back into the center, puts up a one-handed floater, no good, rebounded by Blankenship. Blankenship pushes up the right side, tries to shovel it over, had it poked away from behind. Now they run it out up ahead to Lipscomb, gets behind the defense, and Josh Lipscomb lays it in. He's got 9 points now for the ball game, 60-46 Lincoln County. It's Carpenter up top for Kuntz. 3:53 to play. Kuntz is cut off. Had Blankenship flashing for a moment, but couldn't find him. Now they get it out to Blankenship, left side, pump fakes, dribbles in, corner jumper, off the back iron, no good. Rebound underneath, taken away by Lipscomb. Now Fittwater dribbles into the paint, tries to go up, had it knocked away by Blankenship, but over to Hamrick for three. He's off the mark. Nicholas gets the rebound, and we get a foul on the play. Looked like Blankenship blocked it clean, but let's see if it's on him or on Phillips here. They're going to get it on Blankenship. That'll be number 2 on Blankenship. Looked like he blocked it clean at first, but the official may have had a different angle than what we had over here. Now Nicholas 0 for 1 from the free throw line, has 6 points for the game. His first free throw up off the back rim, no good. Sanders will check back into the game as Kuntz will go to the bench. Nicholas' second free throw, too strong as well, and Blankenship there to tear the rebound down. Carpenter looks up ahead, laser pass, and off the hands of Sanders and out of bounds. So that'll give it back over to Gilmer County with 3:18 to go as Nicholas will check out of the game. Checking in for Gilmer County will be Garrett Butler. So perhaps trying to look for another outside threat here is Gilmer County. As Fuhrer gets it over to Fittwater, lobs it up top for Butler. Now back to Hamrick, over to Fuhrer. Fuhrer yet to score in this game. Now he'll take a three and he'll bury it. So now Phillips able to break across the timeline, 60-49. Lincoln County leads it with 2:45 to go on a running clock. Phillips behind his back, able to avoid Butler. Bounce pass over to Sanders as Lincoln County is going to bleed down this clock. Again, they are in the 1-on-1. Pass up front for Watts. Watts going up against Lipscomb, who has 4 fouls. Now he'll give it over to Phillips. Phillips dribbles over, now back to Sanders, down to 2:20 to play. Sanders has it poked away by Hamrick, able to get it back as he spins back to the middle. Now he finds Phillips as it's poked by Butler, but they're going to get him on the reach in, and that'll send Lincoln County to the free throw line as Phillips yet to go there today. Does have 3 3-pointers on the game, though, with 9 points, and now we get a whistle and a timeout with 2:11 to go. It's a full timeout, so we'll step aside as well as you are watching the Little General Shootout with us right here on Video Productions.
Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive, just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
60-49, Lincoln County leads it. A 1-and-1 on the way for Scooter Phillips, but misses off the back iron and rebounded by Gilmer County. Closing in on 2 minutes to go. Can Gilmer County mount a furious rally here? Fitwater lobs it cross court for Fuhrer. Fuhrer, who hit a 3 a moment ago, pops another one and hits another one. Quickly the lead down to 8. Watts crosses midcourt, gets in the middle, out to Blankenship. Now to Sanders, back over to Blankenship, 1:42 to go. Blankenship guarded by Fitwater, being harassed, throws it inside, finds Carpenter at the left elbow, now over right side. Lincoln County continues to play keep away, back to Carpenter, into the corner for Phillips. Phillips had the look, but doesn't take it with 1.5 minutes to go. Now they will have to give the foul, and they do on Sanders. That'll send him to the line. As Andrew Lay will check back into the game. As Hamrick will check out. So Gilmer County getting more shooters on the floor right now. As Jackson Sanders has 3 points in the game. Hit the 3 to end the first half that pushed the lead to 9 at that point. His 1-and-1 goes through. Now Kuntz will check back in and Phillips will go to the bench. It's a chance to push the lead back up to double figures with 1:25 to play. Sanders gets the friendly roll. That one took a trip around the world and it finally fell through. 62-52 as Gilmer County in a hurry here. Lipscomb gets it into the corner for Fitwater. He'll go for 3 and he'll bury it. 3 straight trips with 3s now for the Titans. 62-55. 1:10 to go. They get it up ahead for Kuntz. Now to Carpenter. Carpenter back to Kuntz. Lincoln County would like it in his hands. Now Sanders back over to Kuntz. 1 minute to go. Throws it underneath for Watts. Watts able to grab it. And we get a whistle and a foul now with 57 seconds exactly remaining. They'll get that foul on Lee. That'll be number 1 on him. And Watts, who's got 16 points here today, misses on the first attempt. Now Hamrick will check in for Butler. That's a big free throw right here. Again, no one underneath the rebound for Lincoln County. Watts free throw, no good. Chance here for Gilmer County with 54 seconds to go. They get it to Fuhrer. Fuhrer on the left wing. Lincoln County trying to guard the perimeter. Back to Fuhrer in the left corner. Fuhrer drives in, kicks it out. Fitwater straight on 3. Off the back iron, no good. Looked good all the way, but didn't go down. Carpenter with the rebound. He's fouled with 38.9 seconds to go. Boy, if that would have gone down, that would have applied a lot of pressure onto the Panthers. But now if Carpenter can go to the line and knock down some free throws, that's going to turn the screws on Gilmer County with less than 39 seconds remaining here. As Phillips will check back in after the first free throw. And Carpenter gets the first to go. He's got 10 points now for the game, as Blankenship will go to the bench. Carpenter gets one of two. It's Fitwater with the rebound. 35 seconds to go. They get it over to Lipscomb on the right side. He'll drive in, try and take the two, and does, and gets a quick timeout as well. With 30.4 seconds to go, we'll keep things here with Gilmer County now back to within 2 possessions. So again, stay with us. Coming up next, we've got the defending Class AAA girls champions, Parkersburg Lady Big Reds, taking on Spring Valley here from West Virginia State University. Then we'll have the Spring Valley boys against the Spring Valley boys at 2:30 p.m. And then at 4 p.m., it'll be Morgantown against the South Charleston girls. That's whenever we will depart. Again, we will stay here with action from West Virginia State University, but I will be departing and heading to Poca as Poca and Logan take each other on tonight as well here on Video Productions. That'll be a matchup between 2 top 5 teams in Class AA and a revenge game for the Logan Wildcats after they were knocked out of the regional finals last year by Poca. So make sure you join us for that contest tonight at 7 o'clock. And again, here at West Virginia State at 5:30, it'll be Wyoming East and the Huntington girls. Then at 7:15, the Wyoming East boys and the Huntington boys. And then the George Washington girls and Winfield girls at 8:45 to wrap things up. As Fuhrer has to commit the foul on the backcourt on Sanders, and that'll send him to the other end to shoot 2. Give Gilmer County credit again, as much as Lincoln County applied the pressure on them all throughout today. Gilmer County kept fighting back, kept creeping closer and closer. But it appears they could be running out of time here if Sanders is able to hit one of these free throws, and he does on the first. He's got 6 points now for the game, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. But Lincoln County led by as much as 16 here in the second half, and he's able to hit both free throws. Now Gilmer County coming, trailing by 8. Get it out to Hamrick. He'll take a deep 3 straight on, barely touches the front of the rim. Lipscomb tried to save it. What a grab by Watts up ahead to Phillips. Phillips tries to reassert position, but is fouled by Hamrick before he can get the layup off. My goodness, what a grab by Watts that time. That was a laser just thrown right at him by Lipscomb, trying to knock it off him to save the possession, but instead Lipscomb able to grab it, or Watts able to grab it, and gets it up ahead to Phillips. Now Phillips trying to get his 10th point of the afternoon, misses on the first. Phillips another one above his season average, only averaging about 5 points per game on the year, got 9 thus far here today. Knocking down 3 3-pointers at critical moments. Second free throw up, misses short. Gilmer County with one last gasp here with 10 seconds to go. They get it off to Day. Lay will take the 3, no good. Rebounded by Kuntz underneath, and that will do it. Despite a tough comeback by Gilmer County, Lincoln County proving to be too much here this afternoon as they overcome Gilmer County 65-57 to improve to 12-6 on the year and drop Gilmer County to 8-10 on the year. We'll step aside for a break and be back after this as you are watching the Little General Shootout with us right here on Video Productions.
Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
Yes, a word exists for confidently navigating the day-to-day, and it's Westfield. It means you come first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, always. It means protection turned on full blast, and so much care and courtesy, it's contagious. Westfield is a word that's also a company, one made out of people and promises kept. It's a word that still feels like insurance, but more like home, mixed with vacation, with some sunshine on top.
65-57. Winners here this afternoon are the Lincoln County Panthers. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me, Butch Mounts, our engineer. As we take a look at our final scoring here today, we'll start with Lincoln County, as they were led in great balanced scoring across the way for them in this contest, as Cameron Watts led the way with 16 points. Then you had John Blankenship with 13 points, Will Carpenter with 10 points, followed by Scooter Phillips with 9 points, Isaiah Kuntz with 8 points, Jackson Sanders with 7 points, and rounding out the scoring was Joe Witten with 2 points. On the other end for Gilmer County, they were led by Brady Fitwater with 19 points, Andrew Lay with 12 points, Josh Lipscomb with 11 points, Jagger Fuhrer with 6 points, Zach Nicholas with 6 points, and Ian Hamrick rounding out the scoring with 3 points. Also, you look at some of the other statistics. Lincoln County out-rebounding Gilmer County 31-29 on the afternoon. Both teams with 8 turnovers in the game. Lincoln County, though, sharing the ball very well with 19 assists on the contest, 13 for Gilmer County in the game. Gilmer County's shooting improved a lot in the second half, shooting 41.2% for the game, but Lincoln County shooting an even 50% from the game. And Gilmer County 9 of 22 from three-point line, while Lincoln County 8 of 19 from the three-point line. So both teams shot it effectively from the outside. Gilmer finishes 6 of 10 from the free throw line, while Lincoln County finishes 11 of 19 from the charity stripe this afternoon. Well, again, they win it 65-57 over Gilmer County. We'll step aside for a break and be back in about 18 minutes for the start of the Parkersburg and Spring Valley girls basketball game coming your way here from the Big House at West Virginia State University, as you were watching the Little General Shootout with us right here live on Video Productions.